So there's a new mother.
Where do we go? Down here. Alright, let's just talk to as many people here as we can. Feels like there's only those two to interact with here, so. I remember back at the start of the game I was thinking I would constantly talk to NPCs and stuff, but it just feels like such a waste of time. They rarely say anything meaningful.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Okay.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
What do you need, Torgal?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy.
Speak with words.
Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Harpocrates time. Are we gonna level up the lore book?
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnik, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnik a visit.
Okay. Mid's dungeon. That's the next area we need to go. We'll just run over there, get that cleared. And I guess we go out to the world.
Say what you will.
And not only pick up all those quests, but try to finish as much of these as we can. Hoping that this will go by quickly.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
Okay.
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Alright. We have to go back there. Okay.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay. Interesting.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
What a grump.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
How would he have? What time would he have gone to? What?
My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
Do you? I hope I unlock like a more normal looking appearance from this. That would be really pleasant. Imagine if I could just wear his old armor again, like his teenage armor.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Cavil's Fang, Charred Sparring Sword. Increases Torgal's attack. Oh, yeah, we're going to equip that. Oh, that's bad. All right, that's fine. We're gonna do Torgal Potency because he attacks frequently.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
I need to see, is Torgal leveled up yet either? Oh my god, lifting attack is still at 2. We haven't leveled up with Torgal. Why? I just want to be at 100%. Let's see, what does it do? Interesting. I think one of the other things I want to do, and it's going to be risky. Wait, no. I think one of the things I want to do is get rid of these. And I think I want to invest in Odin's stuff. This seems good, but we're gonna use this. And the reason for that is I feel like I don't get a lot of damage from this, and I'm not using the teleport nearly as much anymore. So we're gonna do Odin. We're gonna do Odin, and we're gonna see, and we can still keep Ignition, which is kind of cool, but I think we're gonna do Dancing Steel instead. All right, and that. What does this do? Can I just? Okay. I can't magic burst with this. Okay, that sounds awful. This greatly decreases my DPS then.
You're finished.
Okay, but we have a
It's over.
charged attack. Maybe that's not worth it. We'll have to actually see. I went the wrong way. I'll give it a try for a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be that good. Oh, I meant to have, Rift Slip. That's the one I wanted. Wait, what? Why didn't it equip? That's it? I see. So, let's be like... Yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't do that. This seems awful. Alright, so we'll just refund. 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 Don't have any of those. What about this? What does this do? There's a lot of stars for mastery. Giga Flare. Maybe we do this. This doesn't actually seem that good, though. That seems good. That could also be pretty good. The issue is just that the L2 sucks. I want things that deal a lot of damage really quickly. That would be cool. I want Titan still. Judgment Bolt does a lot of damage, which is cool. Yeah, we'll give this a try. Why not? Now, what do we want for this? Impulse, I think, definitely. What does this do when... Which one of these do I want? Just having enemies get constantly attacked seems like a good idea because it will decrease stagger, but this also could be really good. That just going to be the same as Ignition, though? That looks like roughly the same as Ignition. Rid of that. I really want Giga Flare, but I don't know if I have the abilities for it. Alright, let's see this. Oh, I have Giga Flare. Okay. let's try this. I can Mega Flare dodge. How I can hold this down. This takes too long. This is awful. Oh my god, that is just terrible. Okay, yeah, well, now we know. We'll just reinvest our points back into Ifrit. What's the point? Alright, well, we did some experimentation. That's what matters, right? Flames of Rebirth is good. So we'll take that. Alright, now we just have points to invest in stuff, so... that could be good. Put that in there. Yeah, I think... we just have free points to spend now if we want to. Oh, I guess I can cast, so maybe the middle one is for that, is things like aspects that you can use for anyone. I just went the wrong way again, but it was mostly because I wanted to try that out. So, all right, that's useless, but now we know. We don't need to worry about that too much. What are we looking for? Aiming high. There we go. Oil. Shipwright's tallow.
After what happened here, it's a miracle that was left at all.
What's this?
This should be enough.
There. Is that it? That's it for that. All right. Let's go to Tabor. There is a side quest thing there, and then there's also a side quest to pick up. Oh, good. It's like the same person, too.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you, your father.
An inheritance?
It would
35
seem
million gil.
The late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there.
Doesn't
His Grace
seems
also
out of
spoke
nowhere.
of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Okay. Further discoveries from our acolyte ensconced within the recently displaced mountain dwellers' remote settlement, the diminutive tribe's main village appears to be in receipt of regular deliveries of supplies from Hugo Kupka's Men of the Rock. On inquiring with the locals, it became apparent that they have the deepest respect for one they call Lord Kupka, but he's merely brought their loyalty, or is some deeper connection between the tribe and Titan remains unclear.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am
Nice.
much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
Shouldn't be too
What
hard.
say you, Joshua?
What else?
Okay.
Titan's Wake. To the south of here. But we must not be hasty.
Is there
Lady
seriously
has
another
been
quest in here?
disappointed once
God damn
already.
it.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Alright. Just really quickly. I guess it would make most sense. What's the quickest path through things? We'll go here and then fight the griffin, I think. And then the next area, we'll go to that.
Faster!
We'll go to side quest 2, and then we'll go to the Dalamil Inn and pick up side quest, the next side quest. That checks out. That's just Akashic? That's what that looks like, yeah.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Alright. Simmer. Okay.
There it is!
House Rosfield.
Oh, God. Disappointed by the other iconic abilities. It just feels like they're not really worth using in comparison to this one that we started off with. These first three really feel like the extent from which the game was designed, and then all of the other stuff was just stuff they kind of were like, we don't really have time to design this or like make enemies that uniquely interact with these mechanics, so just make it some like extra damage or make it like a thing that looks cool. And it's like, that sucks. Too slow on that. I guess Flames of Rebirth like that does pretty good stagger damage. Witch's Ladder as a name for a tornado, it's cool. There we go. Alright, we got this left stone. Now we go back here. We'll teleport to Dravaged, fight whatever's in the open area over there. Oops. Almost got turned around.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Griffins suffer something akin to the crystal's curse. Their flesh slowly turned to stone over a lifetime of channeling ether. Unlike bearers, however, their effect is far more gradual and limited to a sac around their hearts, the slower progress of petrification resulting in a formation of a gemstone of rare beauty. That's not vegan.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together. as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
All right. Neat.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff. Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Come on.
Is it this way? Yes. We'll go this way. I don't remember what we're doing out here, but it's something that matters.
Here we are again. Rather, if you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Right there, he's not hiding at all. Yeah, we had to kill a turtle. Oop. Oh, I keep trying to get off my thing. I keep pressing the touchpad for some reason.
Looks like we found him.
for that Torvalds pairing. This won't kill it, but we'll get it. Alright.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
There we go. Over here. Lubor.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe, and provided for, and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Yay.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them.
Yeah.
We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Okay. Neat.
What's an Akashic? Lubor told me they're like people.
Where do we need to go?
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Tavern.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Huh? What's the commotion?
Okay.
That snake spitting his lies again by the sound of it.